What's up, everybody? This is Gamer CJE and welcome back to Cities Skylines. So today we're back here in Stockton and we're going to continue expanding our little diversion, to help us stay engaged with this city instead of moving on to another. We've built a little new city where we can kind of pretend that we don't have the problems of the main city to deal with. So in our little town of Hilltop Village right now, our issue is we don't have enough educated workers. So I'm going to pause the game for a moment. And so before we really deal with the educated workers part, we have 1,192 workers and we need 1,590. That's how many we need. And right now our households are basically full. So we need more households. And in order to do that, obviously we have to expand our city here. So I'm going to use the same roads that I've been using. I could use dirt roads here, but I don't think that I'm going to. I'll just continue to expand in this grid pattern using the same roads with the nice trees and all that. And the other thing that I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go maybe two more. Like this. I'm going to stop at this tree line here. And once I get these roads finished up, obviously make sure that we have water under our roads here so everyone is covered by our utilities. And as you can see, we do have some water availability and some septic availability for the sewage treatment, but we are getting close to running out here. As you can see, we consume 994, we produce 1.12 million, and so we're still on the right side of things, at least for the moment. So I'm not going to go crazy with anything. Now the other side of this equation is I think that we may be about to evict some people. I think we're gonna evict all of these folks, including these businesses. And I know it sucks, but what we're also going to do is we're going to get rid of these fake parks here. Not all of them, just the ones that stick out and they're kind of an eyesore. And now I'll let the clock run a little bit, let all these folks decide to actually move out like I want them to. Now the other side of this is I'm also going to delete these roads on the inside, and we now have a nice little place for us to build a park. So let's grab, is this it? Yeah, paint park area. And I'm going to just do the rough out part right there. And kind of fill in the corners here, just like so. Mulberry Hill Park. I do like that. I think that sounds like a neat place to go. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete the rest of those because they were taking too long. And we are going to build just another, oops, wrong thing. Should we just build another city park or should we build an amusement park? I don't think it's big enough to build a zoo. Yeah, I don't think so. And the amusement park is not something that we'll really be building in a small little town like this. So, looks like I missed. There we go. Got to get rid of that. And parks. Okay. So the main gate, I think the main gate I will put right there, just like that. And what we need also is the park side gate. So I think what I'm going to do is put one over there and one over here. Now I also am going to obviously connect these up. That. And now I'm going to make a straight path. That. Oh, except I don't want that to connect there. I'm just going to get rid of that. And now I'm gonna have to take off all the snap points real quick and go to this corner. So I'm just putting in our fence here so we don't have to let people into a park area without them coming in at the gate, which means it counts towards, looks like I got all of it. It counts towards our level here, the total visitors. Obviously, we're probably not going to have visitors until we actually have some stuff for them to visit. So let's get busy doing that. There we go. Now, are they going to walk through that fence? I hope not. I might have to come back and delete that if they can just walk through the fence, but we'll see how it goes for right now. So, we have the Park Cafe. Gonna put in a couple of cafes. Obviously, if you have somewhere to eat, you have to have somewhere to poo and pee. And we're gonna do that mostly around the intersection. Also gonna put in an info booth right there for everybody to get their info about the park. Now I'm gonna add in the plaza, which is, ooh, whoa. Well, I'm just gonna leave it because once you have an area that's kind of hilly that you're trying to turn into a park, there's not a lot you can do about it because these assets are just not gonna let you work with them. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, and so you just gotta kind of pretend that it looks better than it does. And now we're gonna throw in some gazebos. Let's see where we're at here. Entertainment's 924. We've had 7 total guests. Now let's check our leisure. Okay, so pretty good. We've got some pretty good coverage here. Obviously it doesn't reach all the way over there. Now we can get back to adding more folks to our little diversion city here. I'm going to add in also around the park some more commercial zoning. That way people can shop while they're at the park. Yeah. This kind of thing's annoying. We're only one side builds. I have to wait to put in. If I want a 4x4 building, I have to wait until this or this builds before I can even add the rest of this zoning, or else it'll, like, there'll be one that's 2 and then there'll be 2 that's 3 and one that's 2, you know, instead of just having it be a 4x4 building, which is what I want, because the 4x4 buildings have different worker requirements than the small little ones do. Okay, now let's see what type of educated workers. So we are short on highly or well educated and highly educated. Now let's check out our school numbers here. All right. Oh, are we running out of water here? Ooh, we are running out of available water. Wait, what? It says that we're running low on water, but I don't... It doesn't look like it, right? It looks like we're fine. Well, I guess let's just add another... Let's just add another big water tower over here. Okay. So... Why is... Oh, it's not connected. That was weird. That was very weird. Okay, let's add in another deal for trash here. Very good. Alright, now as we can see, those two areas of zoning have come back up. And I am going to add in a couple more right here as well. There we go. So Mulberry Hill, we've had 33 visitors. I don't really care about the money from this, so let's taper it back to $5 entry. Hopefully that'll make folks come in quicker. And wow, we're really kind of losing money here in our city. Not too worried about it though. We have quite a bank balance, so I'll worry about that budget later. See, we are charging the maximum amount of tax that we can for every district. Budget. What's the worst part of our budget? Looks like the healthcare is the biggest chunk out of that. And if we go to industry, we're getting some fairly good profits, but not great. So we may in future have to kind of expand our industrial. So let's see, our biggest income is from taxes from residential. Okay. All right. Well, we'll just continue to grow. And I guess let's add in one more little set of commercial. Yeah, let's see. We are now at 82. Look at how quick that started. More people started coming in once I lowered the price of tickets here. Very good. And we are still having some issues with not enough educated workers, so let's go back to the schooling. We only have one elementary school for this whole area, so I think we are going to have to add in another elementary school. The high school, same deal. We only have one high school, so I'm going to add in another high school for this area. And university. Ooh. We're way low. Okay, well I am going to add a university too then, to our area over here. Okay, so it will take time for all these folks to get educated, because obviously the amount of years or whatever over here has to actually go through the whatever 12 years or whatever for people to get, you know, educated, and then another 4, I think, to be highly educated. So it will be a little while before these issues are taken care of, but we're well on our way. We have a good population base for the commercial and the industrial uses or workers. Let's see here. Hilltop Village. We now have 541 households out of... I'm guessing that means that there's, what, 18 empty houses? Is that what that means? Anyway, not 100% sure. But it also looks like we do have some unfilled jobs up here. As you can see, we're about 500 behind, 450-ish behind from workers to jobs. I believe that's what that means. There's 1,380 workers. There's 1,834 jobs. Yeah, I think that's what that means in this area. Oh, but I should make sure that I expand. Oh, I guess it's all pretty much covered, but I am going to expand it just a little bit more, just in case we grow again and I forget to do this next time. There we go. Okay, so I don't think that probably changed anything. No, it doesn't look like it. But as you can see, we have quite a bit of leveling up to do in our residential, and I think that is likely because of the education. Yeah, educate more citizens. Okay, so we are at 100% capacity in our high school here. I don't want to go overboard building high schools because, as you can see, we have the capability of 2,000 in this area, because I do have another high school here. And I think the same with the elementary school. So, let's see, does it break down by adults, young adults? Okay, so as you can see, this children, teens, young adults is right about 1,000 to 1,100, something like that, 1,150. So we don't need to be building a whole bunch of new high schools, elementary schools, what have you, because we do have enough to cover this area once we get past the initial big burst of students from people moving in. We'll kind of level out and things will smooth out, and we'll have enough with just these two high schools. And as you can see, I'm not really making much money anyway, so I need to be kind of careful about just building a bunch more stuff that I have to pay for without any new, benefits. So uneducated is obviously uneducated. Educated is elementary school. Well-educated is high school. Highly educated is college. So I'm waiting mostly on high school educated folks. Does it tell you when? It doesn't tell you how long or how soon they'll be graduated, which is a bummer. I wonder if it's the same as this academic year thing. Let's see. Academic year. I bet it is. I bet it all goes off of this academic year thing. I could be wrong, but it makes sense. So, ends in 9 weeks. So, my guess would be that these folks are going to graduate from high school in 9 weeks. And what I wonder is, what percentage decide to go to university and become highly educated versus go into the workforce? That's what I don't know. Alright, so we do have some more demand for residential in this area. I believe that I will, let's see, water should be good. I'm going to add in some more residential along here, leaving plenty of room to expand the roads. I want to make sure that we're able to expand our roads. But let's get some more housing put in here. Alright, we're almost to level 2 park here. Let's check our leisure. So it looks like we're pretty good. It's starting to kind of run out on the edges over here. So let's see if we put in another, let's see what'll fit over here. Let's see, this is 60 entertainment, 20, 10, 100. There we go. Got some more entertainment. I wonder if that helped at all. Leisure. Man, I can hardly tell if that changed anything. Let's add a gazebo in there. It looks like that didn't change anything over here. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of that because I don't think that really helped that much. But you know what, let's put in a parking lot next to their house, see if they enjoy that. A little bit. Alright, well, it's not perfect, but I am gonna just roll with it and leave those there. Same issue, not enough educated workers, but like I said, we're well on our way to taking care of that problem. We just have to wait for folks to go through university and through high school. As you can see, we are still at capacity in high school, so it's going to take a while for all this stuff to catch up. Man, they don't even bother to put in a space there, huh? Between the H and the S, they just jam them right together. Alright. Looks like we are getting closer to having an average of level 2 housing in the residential thing here. We have a whole bunch of them that are getting real close, but obviously have to educate more. So, I think that's going to do it for this video. We made a lot of progress here in our city towards, you know, having educated workers so that we don't have all these, you know, all these businesses going out of business and closing their doors because not enough educated workers. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider leaving a like and subscribe, and join me next time.